Let me tell you something most men never face until it's too late. Men don't usually lose their lives to enemies. They lose them to the women they choose. It's not always the betrayal that breaks you. It's the slow drain of energy, peace and focus you never saw coming. Every great man who fell didn't just fall to temptation. He fell because he gave access to the wrong woman. The wrong partner can cost you your mission, your money, your discipline, even your self-respect. And yet men keep ignoring the signs. Today, I'm not here to bash women. I'm here to protect men. Your time, your money, your mental health, your destiny. So, I'm going to break down 6 types of women you should never date. 6 patterns that look harmless in the beginning, but destroy you in the end. And you better stay to the last one, because it's the most painful mistake good men make. The one that bleeds dignity out of your soul and leaves you fighting battles you should have never been in. Let's begin. 1. The attention addict. The first type is the attention addict. Her real boyfriend isn't you, it's the crowd. She thrives on likes, validation, and the eyes of strangers. You can give her your loyalty, your focus, your attention. But it will never be enough because her appetite is infinite. You'll think you're competing with other men. You're not. You're competing with the world, and here's the truth. No man alive can outlike the internet. Young said, people wear masks. They confuse for themselves. Her mask isn't the face, it's her audience. And brother, if you become just another viewer in her life, you've already lost. At first it feels exciting because her energy is magnetic, but soon you'll realize every private moment becomes public. Every memory is staged for strangers, and your piece is being auctioned off for validation. That's why the wise man sets a boundary early. Because the more you excuse her appetite, the more she will starve your soul. But here's where most men fail. They confuse addiction for personality. They think it's just a phase. It isn't, it's fuel. And when the tank runs dry, so will her interest. 2. The gold digger. Next is the gold digger. She doesn't see you, brother. She sees what you provide. She studies your wallet, not your character. She values the lifestyle, not the life with you. And here's the Machiavellian truth. The moment someone else offers more, you become history. You'll know her by the way she asks about your weekend plans, not your vision. The way every conversation circles back to what you can buy, not what you can build. She's not with you for who you are. She's with you for what you can fund. And when the funds slow down, so will her affection. Seneca warned about it centuries ago. He who indulges empty pleasures empties himself. You think you're winning her by being generous? But what you're really doing is leasing her loyalty. And leases always end. Generosity is noble, but when generosity becomes the price of admission, you're no longer in a relationship. You're in a transaction. And brother, when love is transactional, you're just a credit card with legs. And that's why the next type hits even harder, because her price isn't money, it's chaos. 3. The party girl. The third type is the party girl. Fun at first, instability forever. She belongs to the night. New drinks, new crowds, new stories every weekend. And don't fool yourself. You're not her anchor. You're just another passenger on her roller coaster. At first, you'll feel alive with her. The energy, the thrill, the spotlight. It's intoxicating. But then the nights stretch longer. The histories get blurrier and the excuses sound weaker. Suddenly you're awake at 3 a.m., staring at the ceiling, wondering why she isn't answering. And the answer is simple. You're not the priority. The lifestyle is. Novelty is her drug, dopamine is her dealer. And stability feels like prison to her. Jung would call it avoidance of the inner self. She's chasing fireworks outside to escape the emptiness inside. But you, brother, you don't need to be a security guard at a nightclub you never signed up to own. You're here to build, not to babysit. And here's the kicker. When you try to tame chaos, it doesn't become peace. It becomes resentment. But chaos isn't always loud. Sometimes it smiles. Sometimes it looks stable. And that leads us to the type most men don't notice until they're gasping for air. Before we go deeper, just do one thing for me. Hit the like button. If this is already hitting something real, what's coming next will hit even harder. Let's keep going. 4. The narcissist. With her, everything is about her. Her needs, her story, her struggles. Your pain, inconvenient, your dreams, background noise. At first she looks like a prize, confident, magnetic, even high value. But soon you realize you're not a partner in her life. You're a mirror, and mirrors aren't loved, they're used. Here's how it plays out. When you need her most, she disappears, but when she needs attention, you must drop everything. Her apologies aren't apologies. They're weapons. I'm sorry you feel that way. Her memory is sharp for your mistakes, but foggy for her own. The Stoics taught, don't argue with tyrants. Withdraw your power. Machiavelli said, don't beg mercy from a ruler who thrives on control. In her world, you're not a man. You're fuel, and the more fuel you give, the less of yourself you keep. That's why with the narcissist, you can't negotiate peace. You either set boundaries like stone, or you leave. Because if you stay, you'll keep dying of thirst, trying to drink from an empty cup. But some women aren't selfish out of pride. They're selfish out of pattern. And that brings us to the most deceptive danger of all. 5. The promiscuous woman. To many men, she looks like adventure, liberated, exciting, wild. But what looks like passion today turns into emptiness tomorrow. Why? Because repetition rewires the brain. Every casual bond trains her to detach, not to attach. It builds a pattern. Feel, enjoy, exit, repeat. Over time, depth feels heavy. Novelty feels safe. That's why commitment feels like chains to her. Chains she'll eventually want to break. At first, you feel like you're the chosen one, the exception, but soon, comparison ghosts start to haunt your mind. You'll wonder about the others. You'll question her loyalty. And when you ask for stability, she'll label it control. Brother, hear me. If intimacy is cheap for her, loyalty will always feel expensive, and you'll be the one paying the price. The Stoics preach discipline in all areas of life, not just with money or fitness, but with who you let into your bed. A man without standards is just a tourist in his own life, visiting places he was never meant to stay. And that's why we need to talk about the deadliest one of all. The one that kills silently, not because she's wild, not because she's selfish, but because you refuse to accept the truth. 6. The woman who doesn't love you. This is the one that breaks good men. The woman who doesn't love you. She may enjoy your presence, accept your gifts, and keep you around for convenience, but deep down, she does not love you. And here's the painful truth. No amount of convincing, chasing, or proving will ever change that. You can fight for months. You can sacrifice your dignity. You can give her your soul. But if she doesn't love you now, she never will. You think persistence is noble. It isn't. It's self-betrayal disguised as effort. You think she'll come around. She won't, and the more you fight to get her, the more you'll fight to keep her. That's the trap. That's the cycle that drains years out of men's lives. Jung said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. And that's what happens here. You'll call it destiny, when in truth, it was your refusal to accept reality. The cost. Your peace, your mission, your dignity, every moment you spend trying to earn love from someone who already decided you're not the one is a moment stolen from your future. Brother, respect yourself enough to walk away. The right woman won't make you beg for what should be natural. She will choose you the way you choose her. Understand this. I don't say these things to make you bitter. I say them to protect you, because the wrong woman will cost you more than money. She'll cost you your focus, your growth, and your mission. This isn't about hating women. It's about saving men. About saving you. About reminding you that your peace is priceless. Your mission is non-negotiable. Your energy is sacred. Build your body, grow your income, sharpen your mind, strengthen your purpose. When you do that, you stop being an option and you become the choice. And the truth is simple. The right woman will never cost you your purpose. She will multiply it. So stop chasing what drains you. Start choosing what builds you. That's how men rise. That's how you rise.